Hi, everybody. Can't believe we're on video number 4. Where does the time go? Super, super exciting here today. Question for today is, should I actually use social media to get in touch with consumers? Let's take a step back here. Again, not legal advice, but let's take a step back and take a look at the FDCPA. Let's start with there, because the FDCPA was here first in the late 1970s, and we've now had Reg F, which will be the late 2021s. So if you start with the FDCPA, we're allowed to communicate with the consumer about a debt through any medium. So, and I think medium means more than just psychics. So I think that means letters, phone calls, text messaging, email, direct messaging, all of those kind of things, right? So if you're going to use direct messaging in the social media space, you can't post on somebody's Facebook page or any of that stuff. It has to be a direct message. Then you're going to want to start with a couple of basics. You're going to want to first create policies and procedures to that effect. What can be said, how you can respond, who's going to respond, all of that kind of stuff. CFPB realizes that there's generations out there that are going to be on Facebook, and they want maybe Facebook Messenger, or Twitter is a big one. Twitter, you have the ability to direct message somebody, DM it, as the kids call it today, right? So that's, if you want that a chance to communicate with that consumer via that channel, you're going to have to create those policies and procedures to that effect. Number 2, you're going to have to build a process to actually use it. So some agencies now have a Facebook page, which is great. But what happens when a consumer comes onto your Facebook page and posts something like, "This is a terrible agency," or does something along those lines? So if you create the ability to communicate with consumers, either because you set up your Twitter account, you have to set up a Twitter account in order to DM. Facebook is the same. Some of those other channels are, Instagram is the same. If you want to DM somebody on Instagram, you have to set up those accounts. You need to be ready for when customers use that in a way that you don't necessarily like, and how you're going to respond to those customers and who you're going to respond. So opening up channels is going to open up the channels all the way. We don't get to open it up to just DMing. So one of the things from a risk perspective that you're going to have to keep in mind as you're going through that piece. There are agencies out there that are already using social media to communicate. The company I work for, Indebted, has a Twitter account, and probably once or twice a month we get a DM from a direct message from a customer asking a question, looking for additional information. You still have the same processes we've always had of authentication and verification, all of that stuff, and hopefully driving them to another channel that you feel is more secure. But social media is coming. So should you actually use social media to get in touch with the customers? Again, talk to your compliance folks. But that's really something to be thinking about, because it'll be here before you know it. Oh, hold on. It's here right now. Let's get ready. All right, everybody. That was our video number 4. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow when we talk about video number 5. Thank you.